Donald Trump, I don't know what the hell is going on in the White House. I don't know what the hell is going on in his little regime, in his camp, in his team. But in the wake of Israel and Iran sending missiles back and forth, Donald Trump has shown once again he does not trust American intelligence. Remember in his first term, when he was told by his intelligence agencies that Vladimir Putin and his folks were actually involved in trying to meddle with the election, and he said, well, I just talked to Vladimir, and he said no. So they're wrong. American intelligence is wrong. Remember when he did that? He's done it again. He has done it again. See, Tulsi Gabbard gave a testimony about a month and a half ago. And in said testimony, she clearly stated Iran was not trying to acquire nuclear weapons. In the wake of Donald Trump saying she was wrong, Tulsi Gabbard is now trying to gaslight the entire country by claiming the fake news media is lying on her, despite the fact that the evidence, the video of her testimony, clearly contradicts the lie she's now trying to say today. Tulsi Gabbard was even insane and crazy enough to post her testimony on Twitter and still claim the mainstream media is lying. She tries to use Trump tactics, not realizing you're not Trump.
Iran continues to seek expansion of its influence in the Middle East, despite the degradation to its proxies and defenses during the Gaza conflict. Iran has developed and maintains ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and UAVs, including systems capable of striking U.S. targets and allies in the region. Tehran has shown a willingness to use these weapons, including during a 2020 attack on U.S. forces in Iraq and in attacks against Israel in April and October 2024. Iran's cyber operations and capabilities also present a serious threat to U.S. networks and data. The IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khamenei has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003.
By IC, she means intelligence community. IC means intelligence community. So she's sitting there saying, as the head of intelligence, as the head of national security, as the head of all of this, as the director of national intelligence, she sat there and told the nation, she sits there in front of congressmen, our representatives, and has the audacity to tell that truth. She sat there and said, Iran is, as far as we know, the IC has claimed, the intelligence community has claimed Iran is not building a nuclear weapon. That's what our intelligence community has told her. That's what they've told her. She reports this in front of the entire nation and has the audacity to put it within the video. Do you know what tweet she put up above the video? Tulsi Gabbard lies to our faces, I guess assuming we wouldn't watch the full 1 minute and 48 seconds of the video. Tulsi, not all of us have fried attention spans. Okay, I admit my attention span's pretty fucked up. I'm Gen Z, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Point standing is, I wasn't gonna miss this for the world. I watched all 1 minute and 58 seconds of that clip. Salute to me, I deserve a cookie. She don't realize, yes, we're gonna watch the clip. She has the audacity to say in her Twitter post, the dishonest media, she thinks she's Trump, is intentionally taking my testimony out of context and spreading fake news as a way to manufacture division. America has intelligence that Iran is at the point it can produce a nuclear weapon within weeks to months if they decide to finish the assembly. President Trump has been clear it can't happen, and I agree. That's not what you said. That is not what you said. The reality is, you didn't say Iran was building a nuclear weapon. You sat there and said the IC community has claimed that they are not building a nuclear weapon, and he has not authorized, Supreme Leader Khamenei, Supreme Leader, has not authorized the nuclear weapons program, and he suspended it in 2003. That's what you said. That is what you said in your testimony. You sat there and said that the IC, the intelligence community, has reported that this is what's going on. Here's what Donald Trump said that made Tulsi Gabbard come out and lie publicly. Everything Tulsi said, Donald Trump basically literally just came out and said, she's wrong. Watch.
So you have that Iran is building a nuclear weapon. Your intelligence community has said they have no evidence that they are at this point.
Well, then my intelligence community is wrong. Who in the intelligence community said that?
Your director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
She's wrong.
This nigga does not care about group cohesion. He does not care about teamwork, team effort, nothing. He embarrasses his director of national intelligence in front of the entire world. To him, this is an accomplishment. Trump's ego is so massive, it doesn't even occur to him how crazy it looks to do some shit like this. Like, it doesn't even occur to him like, oh, wait a minute, did I just sit here and embarrass my DNI, my director of national intelligence in front of the entire country? Because now I'm sitting there saying, well, if you put her in power and she doesn't know what the fuck is going on, why is she in power? And why did you put her in power? Now, we know why Tulsi Gabbard is in power, because Tulsi Gabbard is a stooge. She's a Russian stooge, an Assad stooge. She's a stooge. She's an Eastern power-backed stooge who works against the interest of the American people. This is the same director of national intelligence who, alongside Pete Hegseth, ceased American intelligence operations and cybersecurity operations against Russia. So now America is free to be pilfered and plundered and attacked by Russian intelligence, and it's all good in the hood thanks to Tulsi Gabbard and friends. Don't forget Donald. Yay! This is an accomplishment. This is a W to these ninjas. A W. Donald Trump doesn't even think about how crazy it looks to say this in front of the entire nation. How the fuck did Tulsi get something like that wrong? Who is lying? Who is telling who incorrect information? Netanyahu, this is his second time encouraging America to send our children to die behind bullshit. He supported the war in Iraq. He was all behind the weapons of mass destruction bullshit. Netanyahu probably knew there wasn't any. Bro, Mossad knows everything. They know everything. They're everywhere at all times. Mossad knows everything. He probably knew there were no weapons of mass destruction at all and still sat up there and lied. Here he goes again, encouraging us to blow up Khamenei to our own detriment for the sake of his nation state. So here he goes again. Someone's lying. It's probably Netanyahu. Someone's lying. Someone is fibbing. Someone is not telling the truth. Donald Trump couldn't care less. And I can't believe I'm quoting this fool, but Dave Smith called her out. We'll see how long this one lasts because he's a contrarian opportunist. But the little weasel, the rodent Smith, had to say this. Wow, Tulsi is now the Colin Powell of this administration. She knows better, but has chosen to lie through her teeth to sell a war. She's worse than the others because she spent her career pretending to be against regime change war in Iran. What an utter disgrace. Weeks? This is just made up today. It contradicts every single piece of intelligence on Iran for 20 years. Even Netanyahu never went so far, which this isn't true, by the way. This isn't true. Netanyahu has always said that Iran is 2 weeks away from gaining a nuclear bomb. Now, some people might say, well, how is Iran always 2 weeks away? How is it always 2 weeks away? The reason why it's said to be 2 weeks away is because Iran is at about 60% purity for enriching uranium. You got to be at 90% for weapons grade level enrichment. From what I've heard, is the time it would take is very short, like weeks to a month was what I've heard, like a week, 2 weeks, a month. Different sources say, but in that range, not very long. So Iran apparently has kind of just been chilling with like X amount of percent of uranium enrichment to go and just hasn't gone that far just yet. I don't have access to that kind of intelligence. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know if it's 60% enrichment, 0%. I don't know what's going on. We know they have facilities. We know based on internationally recognized intelligence that they are at 60% uranium enrichment, meaning that if this intel is correct, and the entire intelligence world apparently acknowledges this to be correct, yeah, they're 60% away. So Netanyahu's always been saying this. None of this is new. The question is, who the fuck is lying? What is going on? Why would Iran sit there for that long and not, fully enrich their uranium? What's going on? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have more reading to do. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's telling the truth and who's not. Seriously, I don't know who is telling the truth and who is not. But Donald Trump has just sat here and contradicted his DNI. And the MAGA world has actually called out Tulsi and said, you're compromised. The problem is, no one is calling out Trump. And I predict to you this, the MAGA movement will go predictably straight into the bullshit of, The neocons around Trump are manipulating him. Donald Trump's being misled by the people around him. It's never his fault. It's the people around Trump, and we have to save him. Saving Private Trump. Bro, these niggas, bro, this is why I fucking hate them. I hate them because they're never wrong. He's never wrong. They're never wrong. There's never any accountability. As annoyed as I was with the pro-Palestine protesters, I'll say this. Salute to actually having some fucking morals. Salute to having something. You said, you know what? I can't go further than this. Sorry, Democrats. I won't vote for you. Now, I'm not going to lie. That cost us. I voted for Harris. I wasn't willing to compromise a goddamn thing. I was not about to just let Trump off the hook for everything he did. MAGA has never had a moment of, man, I can't do it. I can't support Trump. Never. They've never had a moment of clarity. They've never had a moment of second guessing. They've never had a moment of moral quandary. They've never, ever. So, you know, fucking fair play to the pro-Palestine niggas. Y'all fucking annoy the shit out of me with that bullshit of trying to fucking stop Harris from winning. But, man, salute for believing in something. Salute for having something to stand behind. Man, fuck these MAGA niggas, bro. If nothing else, fuck them. He's never wrong. Trump is never incorrect. There's never a moment where they're like, you know what? Trump is a bloodthirsty motherfucker. How many people does he have to blow up? How much bullshit does Trump have to do before we say, you know what? Maybe he's the problem. Tulsi Gabbard is a fraud. She's a fraud. She's a fake, a fraud. She's a fucking fraud. Trump just sat there and said she's wrong. And here you got people in the comments that are saying, I trust Trump more than Tulsi. Why is Trump receiving intelligence that Tulsi does not have? Where the fuck is he getting this information from? Trump ain't no CIA agent. What the fuck? Where the fuck is he getting this shit? Bro, it gets to a point where it begs the fucking question, where the fuck is Trump getting this info from? How? Where? How is it happening? Where is he getting the info from? Seriously. If his DNI does not know what's going on with the rest of the world, what the fuck is going on in American intelligence? Seriously. If our director of national intelligence does not know what's going on with Iranian, nukes, what is happening to us right now? What is happening to us right now? Seriously. Like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on. We're cooked. We're fried. It's over. We're done. RIP. It's been a good run. America had its chance. We did our thing. We tried. We fucking failed. I don't know what else to say here. Like, we're cooked, as the young people would say. We're cooked. She's wrong. That's it. That's all you got to say? She's wrong? You don't see how that's crazy? Our director of national intelligence is just wrong about something this serious? He just casually... Oh, she's wrong. Nigga, take that bullshit ass MAGA hat off and explain yourself. What do you mean she's wrong? Hey, bruh. This is y'all's nigga, though. MAGA, this is y'all's champ. The champ is here. This is y'all's nigga. This is y'all's boy. This is y'all's, really, your Lord and Savior. She's wrong. And we're just supposed to just take that on his face. Just, oh, okay. Well, I guess our DNI's a bum. I mean, I knew Tulsi was a bum. I knew she wasn't qualified, but goddamn. Oh, my God. Tulsi's actually a bum. Yo, Trump is burnt out for real. This nigga doesn't even care anymore. She's wrong. No care or concern for how that makes the rest of us look. No care or concern at all. Just okay. All right. Whatever.